I'm tipsy and I've got a bowl balanced on my head, and you can't even stay awake after taking awakely drugs. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Michael G. Munns, author, geek, and Springwood volunteer sleepwalking tour guide, and this is where you watch me watch old horror and sci-fi movies that for assorted reasons which I never go into, except on the times that I do go into, this not being one of those times, I have never seen before. Yeah, that sentence worked. For this one, I am going to be finishing off the Nightmare on Elm Street series with the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which I've been told is really not very good. At least that's what some people have told me. I know that it stars Jackie Earle Haley. I know that he's darker Freddy, possibly more like the original. And honestly, that's all I know, except for having watched the entire Nightmare on Elm Street series up to this point. I know who Freddy Krueger is, I know the general story and everything like that, so I'm curious to see what they're going to change, if anything. I'm curious to see how Haley handles the role, and I'm curious to see if there's any actors in it that I recognize, because that's always fun for me. Of course, if you enjoy watching this, please drop a like down there on the video. And if you enjoy watching me, of course, hit the subscribe button if you're not already. The full reaction for this video will actually be up on my Patreon page in a watch-along format. The link is down there in the description, along with links to the books that I've written if you fancy any comedic fantasy or serious fantasy or cyberpunk. So please check those out if you have a chance. But now, no more of that babbling. I'm going to grab the cider. I'm going to grab some popcorn, as usual. Anyway, let's go and head back to Elm Street for one final time. Again, until they decide to remake another one. This is the case I keep my earbuds in, and I'm thinking I should get googly eyes to put on here so I can go to... Did I mention I have not had any cider yet? This is just what I'm like normally. It's been 9 months of quarantine lockdown, and I'm not going crazy at all. Clancy Brown, cool. So you can tell Freddy to put his hand on that wall. A lot of hopscotch in this movie.
Excuse me?
Well, I don't know who this guy is, but he's not going to survive the next 3 minutes.
Anyone here?
There's no one here. Take the cake and run. That's dishonest. You should never steal cake. Unless you're stealing it from me, in which case, officially, I do not condone this, but unofficially, hey, cake. Getting flashbacks to my childhood when my sister set the coffee pot on fire. Hi, Julie. So he's trying to stay up. Does he already know about Freddy? Oh, that's Kate Cassidy.
Oh, look out, here comes your girlfriend.
Hi.
It's John Connor. Still pissed they canceled Sarah Connor Chronicles. Oh.
Dean, stop.
Ew, Well, that's likely to be ruled a suicide. Hi, creepy little girl. Actually, she's not that creepy looking. Now she's a little creepier looking. Is Chris supposed to be a high school student? Because she doesn't look like a high school student.
Okay.
Hey,
Thank
Nancy.
you.
I'm torn between wanting to say, hey, they did that before in the first movie, and understanding that's a homage, possibly.
You know, it's funny. I don't remember knowing Dean before high school.
That is funny.
Who can remember being 5 years old?
Who can remember? Oh, she's obviously trying to cover things up, but that's a stupid thing to say anyway. 5 years old, you're full of shit, lady. So was she, like, caught by Freddy when he was alive? Good thing this is
Chris?
Okay, that startled me.
What he didn't take into account is that the plague would eventually strike.
Freaking plagues.
You have nothing to worry about.
I'm not sure if it's that I'm just so used to seeing Robert Englund, but so far I'm not liking the new Freddy look. Is there much point to locking the convertible with the top down?
I have to fly to London on a red-eye tonight.
I want to fly to London. I mean, not right now, but I want to be able to fly to London. So far, Chris is not striking me as a particularly interesting character.
We're having the same dream.
Chris, it's not possible.
It is possible.
It's just a dream. We talking about it, we'll just keep thinking about it, and we'll keep dreaming about it, okay?
Let's talk about penguins. Rufus. Come out of the dream, get back into the house. Oh, okay, it's a dream. Rufus is not really dead.
Have was just petting him.
No, use your other hand next time.
Come on. We have to hide.
I kept the song and the creepy jumpy kids. Oh no! Oh, he's got no, not on the chalkboard. Not on the freaking chalkboard. I think it's the fact that his mouth is so melted and there's not much expression available there. That's maybe why I'm not liking it. 95% she's still dreaming. Because I've seen this series before. Points for not having him be in the mirror. Behind you.
Found you.
Oh, she gonna get teened? Yep, she's getting teened. Probably. You know, if that doesn't wake her up, your yelling is probably not gonna happen. I don't want to be one of those people that's like, the first movie did it better, but the first movie did it better. Now you're gonna have to get yourself a lawyer. I will admit, I was expecting Chris to last longer because they'd spent so much time developing her and her situation and her backstory. So they did that well.
Yeah.
I mean, I should know better because Nancy, but still.
Now.
He's a ninja.
I keep hearing the song.
What song?
YMCA. It's fun to.
Freddy. It's his name and he's in all of our heads, Nancy.
Reginald P. Kruger III, Esquire.
Just don't fall asleep.
Wasn't me. It was the one-gloved man. Springwood's big if they're putting him into a place like this. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Quentin. He's the discount Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's wearing the same shirt he had on 2 days ago. Go away, you creepy little girl. You're not gonna survive very long, Quentin, because you're not as cool as Johnny Depp. He's the Johnny Deppiest. This library is really behind on its shelving. It's Freddy's reading hour.
Folks posted your bail.
No, I was talking to the guy in the bottom bunk. Seems weird that, well, I don't know how bail works. Never mind. I was gonna say it seems weird that bail would be posted for... Oh. Never mind. Alright, so you got me, movie. On the other hand, this Freddy's claw scraping isn't quite as ear piercing, which is both good and bad. Oh. I was kind of expecting Quentin to go for... Oh, he's gonna have a bad day. He's probably like in for jaywalking or something.
Then after the heart stops beating, the brain keeps functioning for well over 7 minutes.
I don't think that's true. So now the two actors I recognize, except for the adults, are dead, which I was not expecting. I just had the thought that since she's Nancy, she'll probably survive, but they may trick us. Or trick me, anyway. That wallpaper is weird and I don't like it. Uh-oh, tub scene. Having seen these scenes in the first movie, there's not really much tension. I mean, because basically I'm assuming I know what's going to happen. It's going to be fold the same way. So until they go a different direction, the tension for me is going to suffer. You know, when Freddy's hand comes up in a few seconds, that was an iconic shot in the first one. But in this one, it's just like, yep, when's it going to show up? I guess this is intended for a younger audience who hadn't seen the first movie, I assume. But they had to know, like, tons of people who were fans of the first movie would come to see it, so. That's it? That's all they did with that? They just like, let's put this... That shot was entirely for the trailer, I bet. Unless they're doing something different and she's still in the tub, and I'm getting exactly what I was asking for, and I should shut up for a little bit and see what happens.
I set an alarm.
Yes, you did.
Well, don't tell them that, and they'll just like, oh, I better kill him quick. Oh.
I fell asleep. I saw Freddy.
All right, I'm coming over.
Okay.
What's the plan once you get over there? We need to have sex to keep each other awake.
How is the guy in our dreams connected to the school?
Maybe use the internet. They didn't have the internet in the 80s, so you've got an advantage that the other people didn't have. What are you doing? Use the frickin' internet.
There's nothing here.
Google the school, man. Nobody listens to me.
What are you doing?
Look at this stuff.
You said that we didn't know each other.
Well, mommy's a liar, honey.
There was a man at the preschool.
Ah!
His name was
No one had, because I saw him there. Jackie Earl Haley is actually more
was a
creepy
guard.
looking when he's not burned. Where are all those other kids? She's using the internets. They dead.
Take your mark.
Someone's gonna die in this pool, huh? But we'll find out. Let's see how it turns out. Is that Freddy? Are they showing? Oh yeah. I'm wondering, is Freddy choosing to show him this, or is this just a psychic vision from somewhere else?
Our kids get on the stand and have to tell a room full of people what happened to them.
Oh, there wasn't even a trial on this one, huh? It's interesting the fact that he's scared humanizes him in a way that I'm not sure they intended, or I'm not sure is what you wanted for Freddy Krueger. Or maybe they were trying to make us feel slightly bad for Freddy Krueger. Not that I feel bad for him, but it's interesting to see him really freaking out and afraid, because we've never seen Freddy afraid before. Unless maybe we saw him afraid in part 6. I just don't remember that. So that's a difference in this movie and from the previous movies. Not really sure if it's adding anything, but it's different. Everybody dead. Then he's gonna die on camera.
We were 5! We would have said anything! Why didn't you go to the
Oh,
police?
scared Krueger is not supposed to influence the audience as much as it's supposed to influence him.
How do you know he was guilty? We
Stop!
got him killed. Our stories, our lies.
What if we can make him...
Your lies? How do you know you lied? Why are you assuming you lied?
Nancy.
You know, I kind of feel like they should have come up with new, different ways to be disturbing in these sort of dreams, as opposed to the... Like that, for instance. Okay, never mind. Objection withdrawn. Don't burn yourself. That's a bad idea. Maybe it's a good idea, but I don't want to see it. Ooh. I would have like gotten out of the car and done some jumping jacks. Look out, Freddy's here and he brought his lighting. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Actually, I'm almost kind of disappointed that the scraping is not as effective in this movie. I don't like it, but it's a good element. What do you think happened? What a dumbass question is that?
Who did this to you? How could your mom? You know who did it.
Wolverine! I know Wolverine has 3, and Freddy's got 4, so don't correct me in the comments. Or do correct me in the comments, I don't know. That's good, it's good for interaction.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine, she's Nancy in the first movie. They should go in the gas station and get some licorice.
You okay?
The popcorn is not adequately absorbing the cider. I am officially in tipsy mode now, just so you know.
You can't just take that. You have no idea what it's gonna do to you.
You know what? That is kind of the least of my concerns right now. So, do you want some?
No.
If this were a superhero movie,
okay?
he would get powers from that. But it's not. It's gonna make your dick fall off.
Why don't you sleep on it?
Hi, Freddy. You know, in the first movie, by now, Nancy had developed a plan. They still have no plan. And that's kind of bothering me because it's not really, things are not escalating.
This is the school.
Did I miss that they have a plan that involves the school? Because what's going to the school? What's that going to do for you? Why is the school no longer in session? Seems like a waste of property. I mean, you know.
All right, well, now that we're here, now what?
Yeah. You know, in fact, since he wasn't arrested and there was no trial, why would the school be shut down at all? That's where Freddy hung his coat. Clown mask, that needs to be burned right now.
If you can keep a secret, I'll take you to a special place.
Don't go to that special place. Don't go there. Don't go there. I don't want to see those pictures.
What are those pictures of?
Fucked up stuff, probably.
They're all of you.
They're all of her?
He brought us here so that we would remember what he did to us.
Well, that's why Freddy showed him.
What does he want from us? He's never gonna stop.
He want to kill you. He wants you to suffer, and then he gonna kill you. Buzzy.
Gotta believe in something, right?
I believe in Leroy, the god of pudding. No, you should be focused on her. You have to watch her. Why are you... No, watch her. You're supposed to be waking her up when shit starts to happen, man. You're not as bad at this as Johnny Depp, but you're not doing good so far. He's gonna die, huh? I did this when I watched the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, so I figure I might as well do it again. And he's almost as bad at his job as Johnny Depp. He fell asleep first.
Oh, shit.
Took you all of 10 seconds to fall asleep, Quentin. I'm tipsy and I've got a bowl balanced on my head, and you can't even stay awake after taking wakely drugs. Also, get a haircut. What the hell, man?
You can't save her!
I figure he's right.
Tag, you're it.
This version of Freddy has a lot less imagination. He just, you know, kills them that way. He's not playing with the dreams. He's not doing much of anything.
I'm real.
You're boring. You know, there's a part of me that's kind of missing the Freddy who played Nintendo and had the Power Glove right now. Because this version has very little character. Hi, Freddy. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Okay, he's starting to get imaginative now. Alright, that's better. Okay, that was a little cool. You should get off that bed, though. Told ya.
Quentin, wake me up.
Quentin dead. He's still alive.
I want to wake up!
And I want the movie to be over, but we don't get what we want sometimes. There are magical mystery drugs. Bloop. Whoopsie.
Hurts, doesn't it?
She gave him a hurts,
My
don't
world
it?
now, bitch.
Do it again. 7 or 8 whacks for good measure. And take his hat. How are you still alive, dude? You know, I'm almost kind of annoyed that Quentin's alive, which is not very charitable of me, I realize. Unless she's still dreaming. Is this movie gonna have a weird-ass ending like the first original movie? Is Freddy driving the ambulance? No, not driving the ambulance.
I know you were just trying to protect me.
Thanks for the vigilante justice, Mommy. I didn't like that movie. I wonder how it would have been if I'd never seen any of the other Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Because knowing who Freddy was and what was going on from the beginning blunted the effect it might have had. That said, this version of Freddy, he wasn't that imaginative. He didn't do weird things in dreams for the most part until the end. It just felt like it was going through the motions. And it was just very meh. It wasn't hilariously awful. It wasn't really good. It was just kind of bland. I never warmed up to the new Freddy design. It was just not very good. And I'm 2 ciders in, so that's really all I can think of to say at this point. And honestly, it feels like that's all that the movie really deserves in terms of reaction. It was just meh. Like, if this movie was the original movie, even if there weren't any other Nightmare on Elm Street movies before this, it wouldn't have become a thing. It just feels bland and blah. And the ending, it's like they felt the need to make an ending where the mother dies out of nowhere like that because the first movie had the ending like that, even though the first movie's ending did not work very well. I didn't like it. And I can see why most of you, I think, didn't like it. Anyway, if you like the experience of me watching this bland movie, give it a like on the video, because it really does help me out and helps me to grow my channel and helps me with that wonderful YouTube algorithm. Likewise for subscribing if you want to see what I do next. I'm not sure exactly what movie will be coming next, but it'll be voted on by my Patreon followers. So if you're interested in getting a say in what movie's next, or you want to see the full-length reaction for this movie in a watch-along format, please check out my Patreon page and check out the description of this video for assorted other things related to my books and other stuff like that. It's late here and I have had the cider that this popcorn did not absorb, so I'm going to end this video now, And thank you again for watching. Thank you for watching this long. I hope you enjoyed this, even though the movie itself was not that great. Let me know what you thought of this movie, actually, because I'm not sure if my reaction is the same as so many other people. I get the feeling that it was, but let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And in any case, I will see you all next time for whatever movie is coming next. Look what I have accomplished. I am the most accomplished person in this room. Well, fuck.